Okay, welcome back, guys. This is going to be a fun video. I'm just going to demonstrate how you can use a Marshall DSL 20 watt head into a Two Notes Captor X. Basically, these two bad boys right here together to get killer results in your home studio using your tube amps and not having to mic up a cabinet or blow the neighbors away with intense volume or anything like that. I'm in an apartment here and I'm able to do this, and it's a fantastic thing, and I can't wait to continue this journey with using my tube amps. You're going to see more videos using different amps as well, but this video is about the Marshall DSL 20. Now, the DSL is the dual channel super lead. Today I'm just focusing on the red channel, or the lead channel, not looking at any clean stuff. If I have time, maybe I'll switch over to the clean for a quick demo of this. The main cabinet I used, well, you saw the cabinets that I was using in the Two Notes software. So let's give a brief rundown here of how this works. Basically, you're going from the speaker out of your head, and that goes into the Two Notes Captor X. So you can't see, but behind here, in the back of the amp, the speaker cable is running into the back of this, and then the Two Notes Captor X. Now this is then running straight to my interface, and that's interfacing with Pro Tools right now, which is how you're hearing me. So if I play something, that's the sound of my Marshall head into the Two Notes Captor X. There's no pedals at all. It's the amp on about volume 7, which would absolutely terrify all the neighbors without this piece of Two Notes gear here. What else to say about that is that the cab that I'm using within the Two Notes software for right now is the Brent Vint C. I'm told what that is basically a Marshall cab with vintage 30s, so it should be fitting, right, for a Marshall amp. Now, couple demonstration things I want to show you is, number one, I probably would use a boost pedal with this amp at all times, whether it was for rhythm or lead. But on the demo, I just played with the amp gain for the rhythm parts, right and left. And so that's what I have right now. The gain's on about 7 on the amp. Very nice. Cleans up really well. Not a bad tone, very usable. You could definitely track with this. What I would probably do is kick it with something like the Boss SD1 here, this yellow pedal here, or a tube screamer or something like that, with the gain basically off, but using it more like an EQ where you're bumping the mids, and it sounds like there's more gain that way, and there is a bit more gain, but it's basically bringing the guitar forward and tightening up the low end. So if I do that, I would probably turn the gain down on the amp just a little bit. So let me do that. And then let me kick on the SD1 here. And so now what we have much tighter. Very nice tone. Now this is a super usable hard rock metal tone that I'm looking forward to using myself on my recording. So okay, so as I said, this is using the Brit, it's basically a British vintage 30 412 cabinet. So let me show you a few different cabs here. Now you won't be able to see this live because I don't have another camera set up, but I'll put some pictures up on the video. But here I'm going to control it and choose a few different cabinets. Okay, so if I go for, let's say I wanted more of an angle type of cab, here's what I would get. Adjust the volume just a little bit here. It's a little bit lower in volume, just so we're comparing apples to apples. So this is Two Notes' take on an angle. Pretty nice, right? A couple of the cabs that I used just for kicks on the demonstration video is I wanted to show you a 412 cabinet, which I did with the British cab, as well as a 212 and a 112. So for the 112, I used a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe, which you normally probably wouldn't think to use. 112 cabinet here, and that's what this sounds like. It's a very focused sound, and to me it really works. I don't know why. and I also used a 212, which was a Mesa Boogie Lone Star cab. And also all these cabinets have different miking options. I'm not really talking about that too much here, but you can see, I'll post a picture of this one. Basically, I have this cabinet mic'd up with a Dynamic 57, and then it's got a Ribbon 160. Usually I'll go for a 121 or something like that for the second mic, but this is what the Lone Star sounds like. And just with that SD1 in front of the Marshall, it's really giving it sustain. It's giving it the chug on the rhythms, but it's also giving it just a nice clarity on the lead stuff. Okay, and so then that should give you an idea a little bit of different cabinets. If you're not familiar with Two Notes Wall of Sound plugin, for example, there's so many cabinets available, many of them free, but also ones that you can purchase. And what I've done is just used a few of the cabinets. Alright, so while I'm on the Lone Star cabinet, the 212, that's what I use for the solo tone on the demo. So here's that. And this time I have a Boss delay in the effects loop of the Marshall. Okay, so. Pretty nice. Plenty of gain, and if I needed more gain, I could increase the gain on the pedal, the Boss, or I could turn up the gain a little bit maybe on the amp. So the Marshall DSL 20, what I would say is that it's a good amp. I wouldn't say it's necessarily my favorite tube amp by any means, or my favorite Marshall by a long shot, but it's a very usable tone, especially when used with pedals and different cabinets within the Two Notes software and different miking options. You can really get some very good tones from this. I didn't use any EQ at all in Pro Tools, so this is totally straight up guitar into amp, into Two Notes, straight into my interface. I should probably talk about the guitar a little bit. Obviously that has a big impact on the tone. This is a Chub Tone guitar, which is custom built for me. It's a great guitar building company out in Southern California. They make hot rodded Strat kind of guitars like this in all kinds of different shapes and sizes and colors and stuff like that. But this one, the pickups are a DiMarzio Tone Zone in the bridge and an Air Norton in the neck. So somewhat hot pickups, not super hot by any means. Lots of dynamic range with pickups like this. So if you want more gain, it's not going to get fizzy. If you want to back off with the volume, you can get cleaner tones that way. Alright guys, so that's my brief breakdown of the Marshall DSL 20 and the Two Notes Captor X used in conjunction with one another to record tracks. Let me know what you think. Does it sound good? Is it something that you've tried before or that you might try in the future? Love to hear your comments, and I'll be back with another video soon. Make sure and check down below in that description box for the free sweep picking guide. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and I will see you next time. Rock on!